Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the CoffeeCast where we have taken her off the pages of missing persons and put her back in the chair.
I'm here! I've missed you guys.
I know, it's hard being a business owner, isn't it?
I wear a lot of hats.
Yes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Megan Kanikoa, one
Aloha.
part of the ownership of Wailuku Coffee Company, which, I'm going to make a confession, went traveling last week, went over to the Big Island, visiting Mauna Kea, and how do I say this? Not all coffee is created the same.
It's true. It all starts with your roaster, the product, the beginning product. Actually, I guess it would start with the farmer, honestly. It's going to start with the beans being farmed, where they grow and all that. And then how they're handled, you know, the TLC that's put into them. Then the next step would be our roaster. And our roaster on Maui Oma, they're superb. They really know what they're doing.
That is the truth, because everywhere I went, nothing compared to Wailuku Coffee Company.
Nothing compares.
I wanted to Sinead you. I mean, I know I got the hair and everything for it, but I really wanted to.
Oh man, I love it.
You know, the thing that should, I guess the thing that really stuck with me though is because everywhere you go, everybody likes to make a pretty cup.
Yeah.
But when you start to drink it, there's some things that are kind of lacking. And here's the thing, I got so desperate for something that was akin to what you do here, that my friends almost talked me into going to one of those corporate coffee houses. And then I was just like, a part of my soul started to die, Megan. And I said,
it should.
Yes, and I kind of said, Jesus, take the wheel. We not going there.
And then you ended up at a local coffee house owned by a small business owner.
Yes.
Because that's how we do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anytime you travel, it doesn't matter where you go, always find the mom and pop coffee shops.
Yes.
They're going to be the better ones.
And make sure that their steam wand is clean. If their steam wand's dirty, run and find a different one.
That's just good life advice.
Yes.
You know, everybody you walk up to be like, is your steam wand clean?
They're going to be like, excuse me? That's a personal question.
That is a personal question, but I tell you what, that'll get you out of giving him your number, ladies. Trust me. So, you know, we've always talked about, like, coffees that we make, coffees that you can make at home. Me and Big C did this whole thing about items that you can use to make the stuff similar at home to this.
And we do have this for sale here as well. We have our whole single pour-over method process. All of the pieces we have here on our merch station. We got our Hario V60, which is a 60-degree angle in the shape of a V, and then the water comes out the bottom. And then we even sell our logo coffee mugs here as well. We sell the specialty beans, and even sometimes we'll have the scales available.
Really?
Things like that. We'll have the whole setup. It kind of ebbs and flows with, you know, what we got on our shelf, but that's the deal.
So most of the time when it comes to coffee, this is what I know. Beans, roasted, ground, soaked, strained. That's it. That's the whole process to my. But you know, I'm a mechanical person.
You know, that's good enough.
Yeah.
But we can also bring in some new, you know, vocabulary as well. With coffee, similar to sommeliers, there's people out there that do coffee cupping and taste different ones. And they're going to taste the Kona bean, they're going to taste the Maui mocha bean, they're going to taste them at the same time, they're going to compare, and they're going to use words like mouthfeel, acidity, body. They're going to use adjectives like smooth, velvet, creamy, watery, astringent.
You know, that's kind of funny. It's like, it's almost like Julius Caesar type. It's like, this one does not amuse me as much as this one. This one's a little bitter, though.
Where's my grapes?
You know, I gotta imagine, though, that's gotta be the world's best job, though. You sit around and you compare coffees.
I mean, that would be rad.
So,
my house would be super clean, because when I drink a lot of coffee, it clean a lot.
I have to have at least 2 trips up here before halfway through my shift.
I love it. So when he talks about us on air, he's not lying. It's legit. Like, he really is here like 5 times a day.
It's true.
But we like it. We'll take you. We'll take you. It's cool. We dig it.
The funny thing is I know I'm not the only one. I've seen that. I come up here and it's like, you know, it's kind of like being in one of those rehab programs. So you'll be sitting there and you're kind of walking the line, and then you'll see the other returnees And you don't really say anything because you both know why you're back.
But you know, see, this is a legal drug that we sell here, so it's okay. It's all right. And they say coffee is good for you. So.
Yeah. Now, this is the thing. Because the last time that we did the products with Big C, we didn't touch on the V60.
No.
Because
or even maybe our specialty beans that we sell.
No, we didn't.
That's okay. There's a lot of stuff going on in here.
Yeah.
You know, that's why we do a weekly CoffeeCast.
Not a lot of stuff up here. You know that.
Well, no, you're pretty smart. Don't sell yourself short. But should we talk about the Kona? Since you were just in Kona?
Yes.
We have here our 100%, that's got to know that, 100%
Yeah.
Kona coffee, and I did a V60 pour over method to single brew that. And we did it, it's kind of scientific. We do it in the ratios. So for our local medium roasted, local grown coffees grown here in Hawaii, I've discovered that I really enjoy a 14-to-1 ratio. So we have 30 grams of coffee in here, and then when it's done down here, it's 420
Can
grams.
I just ask a question?
What?
How many attempts did it take to find out that that's the ratio you liked?
I started with 13, and then I did a 14 brew, a 15 ratio, a 16 ratio, and at the end of the day, we decided that 14 was the best to us, in our humble opinion.
I now know how completely different our method is. I would have started at a 60-to-1. And then kind of worked the numbers from there depending on if the heart attack hit.
Right.
But the thing is like, I've always seen you as this carefree Megan, business owner Megan, mother Megan. That actually sounds a little holy. Actually, I should start that Mother Megan's House of the Bean.
Oh no.
But
That's silly.
I've never seen Professor Megan.
Yes.
And today, this is like...
Where's my lab coat? Did you forget my lab coat? He forgot the lab coats, this guy. Anyways, but we're going to do a little science.
I see that because I'm going, okay, remember how I said I understand coffee? I've never used a scale to make coffee.
Yeah. Well, today we're going to. So what we have inside of our pre-wetted, we wet this thing first. This is our filter. I got it wet. And I have 30 grams of the Maui Mocha pea berry in here, a medium grind. And these are just like the cutest little beans ever. First, can we just talk about the beans real quick?
Okay.
Because I love them. So this is the pea berry mocha, and it's my favorite coffee.
Like a little baby.
They're so tiny. And then we have our Kona, which is like regular sized coffee. And they're so big compared to, see that? Anyways.
So this is
it
like
just
your...
tickles me. I just love how cute these little beans
your
are.
pre-diabetic fat beans.
And this is your, like, I did keto for a year bean.
Oh yeah, your
Yeah.
CrossFit bean.
Yeah, your CrossFit bean. Yeah.
Oh.
But they're delicious. They're good. They're a good bean. And these are grown and roasted here on Maui, whereas these are grown, obviously, in Kona, and then roasted here at Maui Oma's Roastery. And so we brewed this already, so you can taste this. Maybe you want to have a sip of that Kona coffee, and you want to tell us what the mouthfeel is.
So I can put all of it in my mouth and see if it fills it
Can
up?
you drink the whole thing? No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
All right.
Just take a mouthful
Okay.
and feel it.
It's just as I thought, kind of wet.
I don't know why.
Okay, so when we talk about mouthfeel, is that like, is it kind of like how it is on your tongue? Like, would you
Yeah.
say like it's a
How does it feel?
microfiber blanket on the couch?
Okay, all right, that's a new one.
Yes.
So it's just kind of laying on your tongue, covered the whole thing.
It's a Netflix and binge night.
It's okay, all right, interesting. These are all, the coffee cuppers of the world are rolling over in their graves right now. I love it. Let's shake up the industry. Let's disturb it.
Exactly. You know?
I love it.
Tell them, this is as smooth as Luke Cage's main actor. His name's Michael, by the way. That's what I would describe this as.
He's pretty smooth.
This is as dark and lovely as Idris Elba. That's how I would describe this.
Oh man, that tastes like his voice sounds.
Yes.
Oh, that is wonderful. That's a good cup of coffee.
Yeah.
It's-
Like all
he's
of a
got a
sudden
good
I want to
voice.
walk around and go, hello everybody.
Hello.
I got to drop it a couple of octaves there. Never be as cool as Idris.
Oh, we could try.
Okay.
So we're gonna do a V60 brew of this Maui Mocha pea berry variety.
Okay.
And there's some process to this. So first thing we did was we weighed our beans. So we have 30 grams of fine or medium ground
Beans. Now, this is the thing. I always see this on the bags.
Uh-huh.
Medium, fine, coarse.
Right.
What does that matter?
Well, how your coffee is ground is how the water is going to flow through it. You got to think like if you have a jar full of sand and you pour water in it, it goes slowly. If
Okay.
you have a jar full of rocks and you pour water in it, it goes quickly. That's coarse versus fine.
No.
So in espresso, we have a fine grind. And it's minute to the millimeter. Like, it's just so minute can change everything with your espresso.
Wow.
And so every morning we weigh our espresso shot, we test it, we measure it and make sure that the grinder is correct. Because the grinder can switch with the humidity of the day and it just is that tiny, it's like literally less than a millimeter can make a huge difference in how your espresso shot's going to taste.
So you are basically a scientist.
At times I put on my little scientist cap, but I wouldn't have known really any of this without all of the years of spending times with very intelligent people that know lots of things and have taken the time to share that knowledge with me. And that's what coffee shops are about, community. Sit down and commune with someone and to learn from someone, to stimulate, educate, conversate, all those beautiful things.
So when you drink a cup of Wailuku Coffee Company, you don't just taste the beans, the water, you taste the legacy, the care, the education, the mana.
I like that. Thank you. That's kind. Thank you.
You're like, the bribery, the sweat, the tears, the freaking out.
No, it's all good. I learned a lot of my knowledge and this pour-over method from a barista we had years ago, and she's just brilliant. She knows so much about coffee, from where and how it's grown to the final product, to even how espresso machines work.
Wow.
And when I first trained her, I realized this woman knows more than me. So I took my ego, I put it out the door, and I said, teach me everything you know, Julie Burden. And she taught me as much as she could in the time we had her, and I still appreciate that woman so much to this day. And a lot of the knowledge and information I share with our staff when they get trained came from her, actually.
Oh, and of course, everybody knows that she moved on to be Dr. Julie at the Coffee Institute of The Hague. It's a very prestigious PhD.
I think she is working on her doctorate, actually.
I know, that's the funny thing. So she taught you this.
So she taught us this. She was over on Maui one day and she brought all the different methods of doing pour-over coffees, and the one that we decided was the best for our situation is the V60 method. And so we got ourselves here a Hario V60. And the first thing that you do is you have 200 degree water. Some people like 195, some people like 205. It's your choice. There's some variations in every step here. You can vary the size of your grind, you can vary the weight, you can vary the temperature of your water that you're going to brew with. All of those things can be adjusted and are going to give you a different product in the end. This is how we do it here, and this is how we like it.
Okay, so 200 degree water.
Yep.
30 grams,
30 grams.
of medium coarse bean.
Yep.
Okay, and then you set the timer, you tear the timer, so that way everything right now is 0.
Yep. And then we are going to start the little clock on here. And for the first 30 seconds, the first thing we do is we just wet all the beans. You just get the grinds wet, and then you let them set. You don't really fill it to the top, you just want to get them soaked. And when they get soaked that first time, they bloom.
Oh.
And the pores on the grind open, and it releases the organic tannins and flavors and oils that come out and what actually give you your flavor in your coffee. So this first one, you see it's still dark on the top there?
Yeah, it's kind
Just
of
regular coffee, right?
regular coffee.
Regular
Just-
dark coffee.
That's it. No
But
big deal.
it's like a magic trick. The second
Okay.
time that you pour, you're going to want to pour in like a circular motion, a spiral, and that's going to make sure that you're evenly distributing your water. And it's going to create this light, frothy, creamy coffee on that top layer right there.
It looks like you poured milk in.
I wish you could just zoom the camera in and see this, and I can't tip it because it's going to mess everything up. But it's like when you get a good shot of espresso and it has that creamy layer on the top, the crema, and it's that light brown color. That's the color that's happening inside here, and that's almost the same thing that's happening,
Yeah.
but just a different method.
The funny thing is like, because you say that, you pour the water the first time, dark water. Everybody knows what that looks like.
Yeah.
But the second time, when the water comes up above the grounds, it's white. It looks like somebody took a whipped cream and put it in there or tried to hide
We
it.
shaggied it.
Yeah, that's it.
So
I forgot to ask you though, because when we were starting this whole process, you said I'm going to hit a timer.
yeah.
Why?
So the first bloom pour, you soak everything and it takes about 30 seconds for the pores to open.
Okay.
And then, so the timer just kind of helps give you gauge your process. This whole process, start to finish, is about a 5 to 10 minute process, depending on all your own personal intricacies. So we're at 2 minutes now of the process, and I'm going to continue to do these stir type pours where I pour slowly and in a stirring motion to make sure I evenly distribute the water through all the grinds. And then I just let it rest, and I let it go down. And when we get to a measurement, the other side, we have a timer on one side and we have a weight on the other, and it's going to tell us 420 grams, and that's my 14-to-1 ratio.
You use the metric system too?
You know.
It's very scientific. Like, I'm starting to wonder if you hang out with Bill Nye and Neil deGrasse Tyson when we're not around here.
I do on Netflix constantly. They're my buddies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, shout out to Neil deGrasse. Mr. Tyson said, you know what, you should let the Hawaiians control Mauna Kea, so.
Yes.
Thank you.
Absolutely. The thing about Mauna Kea that you brought up the other day, which I loved so much, is that the Hawaiians have always been voyagers by the stars. They voyaged around this whole world on their canoes by the stars.
Oh, yeah.
So the audacity of anyone trying to assume that they're anti-science or anti-space or stars, it's just so ridiculous, right?
Yeah,
they're like the original astronomers.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm gonna get off my soapbox because I might make me I might angry, I might turn into the Hulk.
And we need clinical scientific because the clock is running.
We are doing some things right here.
Yeah.
But thank you for bringing that up the other day. I appreciate that.
Oh, no problem. So I'm gonna.
Okay, so we're back to the V60.
Yeah.
We are gonna do another stir pour, and that should bring us up to our 420 measurement that we're looking for.
Now, this is the thing. I noticed that even though you have a lot more cone in there, you're not topping it up every time.
No, it's like you want to fill it and swirl it, and so it releases that light brown color that we keep referencing, and then you let it drain down, and then you do it again, and you do that 3 or 4 times, maybe 5 times, until you hit your measurement of 420 or your ratio that you prefer. And at the end of that, it's going to be around a 5-minute process.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of plan your whole day around one of these if you want one, right?
We always warn our customers when they order one. That could be a 5 to 10 minute drink, and it's just going to be a really, really good black cup of coffee when you get it. Because they order it and maybe they're not aware of what they're ordering, and then they get it and they're like, this was $5?
Yeah.
And you're like, well, this is 40, so yes.
Yes. Yes. And the thing is, too, is it's like, most of the time when people say, oh, it's V60, that must be a high-octane coffee there.
And they are definitely high-octane, I can tell you that. Yeah.
So today we should mention 2 things. One, I forgot something.
Uh-oh.
Today is National Coffee Ice Cream Day.
Oh, my goodness. And we have pure ice cream espresso milkshakes here, where we take like a whole bunch of scoops of ice cream and fresh shots of espresso right out of the machine, and we blend it up. And that's literally the only thing that's in that cup right there is ice cream and espresso.
Yeah. Well, today is National Coffee Ice Cream Day.
So you deserve it?
Yeah, just a little. And I didn't want to take away from our treat, though, because today's treat is a organic strawberry stuffed brownie.
Yeah.
No.
And it's so good.
The bad thing is like even saying the name, I'm going, yeah, I'm going to get fat off this.
Yeah.
All right.
We should save some for your beautiful wife.
Well, I really should buy her one of these. She watches these videos. Yeah, all the time. She watches these videos and she goes, why are you eating this stuff and never bringing anything home? And I'm like,
uh-oh.
We just got different
We're
jobs.
We're going to rectify that. Yeah. Yeah. So this is good.
I was like, you work with diabetics. I'm working on getting diabetes. We are in 2 different places of life, honey.
Well, I really want you to taste the Maui Mocha. And I want you to compare it to the Kona.
Okay.
And these are our 2 specialty beans that we offer for our V60 single brew pour over method. We got our Mocha, we got our Kona.
So this was the Mocha.
Nope, that's the Kona.
Oh, this is a Kona. That's right. I'm gonna take a reminder snip. Okay, so I got that one.
Okay.
Okay.
I
So
find
now,
the Kona to be a little bit astringent, have a little bit of a bite to it.
it's harsh like a Catholic school teacher. It kind of wraps you right in that hard spot, you know?
You know, if you really need a kick in your pants, it'll do the job.
Now, here's the thing. So I'm tasting. I love this. That right now nobody knows this, but off camera, it's like the lady that I work with at the radio station. She goes, guys, you might want to move the beans around. Move the beans, and I'm going. You know, this is really cool that we have a director. We've never had a direction on this show. I mean, let's just be honest.
We're working on it.
Okay, so
today.
This is the mocha, right?
That's the mocha. That's my favorite. It's the cute little peaberry beans that I was raving about earlier.
The BB beans.
So cute.
Okay, so if your Kona coffee tastes like this, your mocha tastes kind of like this. It's a little looser, a little bit more.
Generally, I talk with my hands a lot, so
Yeah.
I totally feel what you're saying right now.
Yeah.
I get it. But for other folks that like real adjectives, let's see what we can pull out of our head here.
People that like real adjectives are too much work some days.
Super smooth. It's velvety.
Yeah. Whereas this one was Netflix microfiber, this one is a nice plushy like a cashmere.
Yeah, like I'm sitting in some Victorian home and I'm like,
Is there a fire?
it's high moon, there's fire crackling next to me. I have a good book. I have one of those really big libraries behind me that have the ladders attached to it.
Right.
This is where when I close my eyes, this is what's happening.
So this is Netflix and binge, and this is Agatha Christie weekend.
Yeah, I'd say that, yeah.
You know, I don't think we're going to get that far in the Coffee Institute with our descriptives. We might need to work on that.
They're going to whip us into shape. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, so if anybody wants to come down, you do the V60 here, right?
We do. We offer the mocha variety. We offer the Kona variety. And they're about $5.75, and it takes 5 to 10 minutes to receive your cup of specialty brew coffee. But then you yourself can also taste the fancy beans maybe before you buy it.
You know, I don't know what I'm going to do. I have chocolate, I have ice cream, I have coffee, and now I know that anytime I want to come and like kill a little time at the office, I can be like, guys, I'm going to go get a cup of coffee. It's going to take a while.
Isn't that how it always is?
Yeah. They always think I'm going to make a quick stop here 4 or 5 times every morning.
But you know where you can make a quick stop is our YouTube page. Wailuku Coffee Companies have all of our previous CoffeeCasts available for your purveying. If you would like to, they're there for you. And if you do like it, you can always subscribe and share and save and all that good stuff too.
Yeah. Help us keep drinking coffee. But until next time, everybody, go check out the new Haiku location.
Yeah.
Come and check out the original location as well.
Same menu, same quality products.
Yep, and now there's food in both locations. But happy National Coffee Ice Cream Day, Megan.
Cheers.
Cheers. We'll see you next time on the Wailuku CoffeeCast.
Oh, hui ho.
It's like a chaser.
I'm double fisting.
I did you proud, Mama?